Hello again, everyone. Joe from On AV on a Vinyl back with my somewhat regular weekly video talking about records and such. I'm going to do some other things in the store soon, so stay tuned for that. We've got a whole bunch of other things to show you. I know I talk about the records and the turntables and the amplifiers and the speakers a lot in these videos, but there are a whole bunch of other things that we do in the store, which some of you are aware of and some of you maybe not. So anyway, I digress because I've already squirreled in this video. Record Store Day. We are not participating again, Record Store Day 2026. For those that watch my videos on a regular basis, and I really, really do appreciate that you do, you will know that I talked about it before Black Friday Record Store Day, and it just doesn't make sense for us. We don't have a lot of new volume. There are many of you that are coming to us and special ordering things, and I really appreciate that as well. And if there's something that you're looking for, let me know. I'll get a price for you, and I'll check it out for you if we can get it. We can get almost everything, not everything, but let me know and we'll see what we can do. But as far as Record Store Day goes, there's just too many hoops to jump through, and then you end up with a bunch of stock that you don't need afterwards. I go to shops in different towns when I go and travel around, and I see bins and bins full of, this was Record Store Day 2024, 2023, 2022. So anyway, there's just a whole bunch of stuff that never gets sold, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt. If I could bring specific titles in for you, I would certainly do that, but we can't do that. So with that said, again, if there's something that you would like to order, I am going to place an order on February the 9th, which is the Monday coming up. Again, depends on when you see this, and I know I said I wasn't going to say that anymore, but it does depend on when you see this because I will be putting an order in on Monday the 9th. So I need to know in the next couple of days if there's something that you want to get. You can email me, joe@onav.ca. You can certainly come in and see us. You can text me. I don't have a problem with that. My text line is, I'm going to say it that way from now on. My cell phone number is 306-536-6260. Feel free to send me a text. Let me know what you're after, and I'll see what I can do for you. And hopefully we can bring it in for you and or your significant other before Valentine's Day, because yes, of course, it is Valentine's Day coming up, right? There's Snoopy. Snoopy and Lucy. I've been kissed by a dog. Every lover needs a lovey. Well, there you go, Snoopy. Good words to live by. With that said, so I talked about we are not participating in Record Store Day. I talked about the fact, however, that you can come in and or let me know if there is something that you would like, and not just by the 9th. That applies anytime. But if you want to get something before Valentine's Day, it applies. I need to know before the 9th. And what we're going to do now is a little bit of a twist on the 12 things that don't belong in the shop, because it's going to be 14, because, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Did I mention that it's Valentine's Day? I did. Anyway, I just love Snoopy, so I love showing them there. But, so these are going to be love songs and or smoochy kissy albums, for lack of the proper term. And some of you just went, ew. And I get that. I really do. These are just some suggestions, just some ideas. This is going to come out of the soul jazz, not soul jazz, the soul funk bins out there. There is a bunch mixed in different places, but we do have our soul section along with everything else. So that's where most of these, in fact, I think all of these are going to come from. So hopefully some of these will apply if you would like to pick something up for maybe you got a big date that's coming over or already is over at your house on Saturday for Valentine's Day of next week, the 14th. Of course, you know that. Get on with it, Joe. Okay, so here we go. Can never go wrong with one Mr. Ray Charles. I'm going to get the glow off of there. There you go. Ray Charles, and this is Wish You Were Here Tonight. So there you go. Sometimes it's about the love. Sometimes it's about the love that you are looking for. You guys are going to get tired of Joe talking about love. Anyway, I won't go into it too much, but Ray Charles can never really go wrong with Uncle Ray. It's Uncle Ray, right? I guess to certain people it's Uncle Ray. Next up, this one's awesome. I actually thought about, taking this home for myself because it is Martha and the Vandellas' greatest hits. Pretty much anything out of Motown or the Tamala Motown label. Other way, Joe. There you go. Tamala Motown. Look, I did get the words the right way this time, though, so, I'm getting better as I go along. You can't really go too far wrong with anything on Motown, Tamla Motown, as far as kissy smoochy albums, for lack of the proper term. Anyway, really good one. This is out of the Pat and Harry collection. You can see the little Union Jack up there. It is, it is UK pressing, and it's $20. I forgot to mention on the first one, Ray Charles was 10. Still buy one, get one half off. So if you bought those two, you'd pay $20 for Martha and the Vandellas, and you'd pay $5 for Uncle Ray. So there you go. We've got that going on. Sleeves still apply. All that stuff still applies. All right, here we go. A little Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie went out on his own after the Commodores. You can see him currently on, is he on American Idol? Yeah, he's on American Idol. I was going to say The Voice, but he's American Idol. I don't watch either of those. But anyway, I digress yet again. Can't Slow Down. Of course, the big one off of here is Hello, which is either a love song or, again, looking for love or lamenting the loss of love. It depends on what you're looking for. So you get it all with Lionel Richie. This is a gatefold. So not that I do it all the time, but if it's a gatefold, you got to show the gatefold. That's a rule, and you got to show it upside down. Maybe that's not upside down. I don't know. Maybe it is. Anyway, Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down, $5 for Mr. Richie. And I think we've got his other two solo albums out there as well, because I'm in my office, the bins are out there. This is a fantastic, fantastic album. I listened to this the other day. Dusty in Memphis, Dusty Springfield. This is wonderful blue-eyed soul. Dusty is fantastic on here. Let's do the gatefold just because we can. There we go. There's Dusty. This is very, very good. Son of a Preacher Man, you'll probably recognize if you're not very familiar with Dusty Springfield, but really, really good blue-eyed soul. This is from the Four Beards label. They did a bunch of remixes, not remixes, remasters, and they brought them out and do a very good job of them. $35. This sounds fantastic. Dusty in Memphis. Okay, Mariah Carey. Can't really go too far wrong with young Mariah as well. This is Memoirs of a Imperfect Angel. I think I've promoted this one before. Still here, though. So if you're looking for something Mariah Carey, there you go. A little Mariah Carey. $30. I'm not sure the big hits on this one. I am a bit of a Mariah Carey fan, not a huge fan, so I can't tell you for sure what's all on there, but you can't go too far wrong. Usually kissy smoochy with Mariah Carey. Here you go. This one I know. For those that watched the Grammys, there was a wonderful tribute to this lady. Lauryn Hill and company did some of Roberta Flack's stuff, if I remember correctly. This, is Killing Me Softly. This is a fantastic album. She has such a fantastic voice. Wonderful, wonderful piano player as well. I think really the title track is worth the price of admission alone, but Killing Me Softly, Roberta Flack, and it's $5. Shouldn't be $5. Well, I say that, and I say that by meaning that it is a wonderful album, which doesn't mean it should be more expensive. I've kind of talked myself into a corner here, haven't I? But I think you know what I mean. Where sometimes there's some really fantastic albums. They're just everyday $5, $10 albums, which is a great thing. And we've got lots of them here. So I don't know if I talked myself into a corner there or not, but I think you know what I mean. We really do try and keep the prices down. I'm going to scroll just here for a second. So, because it is very important to me specifically and everybody here that our pricing is fair. It's fair market value. We're not asking a lot less than other places, but I think we are less than other used locations. Plus, we've got buy one, get one half off. So, you're getting a deal right off the top. But I really do try and price things fairly in the scale. I use Discogs for those that are wondering, questioning. And I do try and look at most recent sales. I don't just go, it sold for this, it sold for that. Here's the median, and that's what it is. A lot of the times that's where it factors in because that is kind of the price. But I do look at past sales and then I try and price it accordingly. And sometimes I'll take a little bit off as well. So there's your pricing, not rant in the middle, but anyway, your pricing. How do you price your stuff? There you go. I really, really, really would much rather have it in your collection at your home for you to listen to than to sit in the bin and try and get a couple extra bucks out of it. So that's the way I would like it to be when I go into other shops. So that's really the way that I try and work it as well. Okay. Now I've gone off on a tangent yet again. The time is getting up there, but I won't keep you too much longer. Whitney Houston. That's all I need to say. Whitney Houston, wonderful voice, wonderful album. $10 in really, really nice shape as well. As always, if there's ever anything wrong with an album that you get from us, you bring it back, we'll take care of you. Commodores. Speaking of the Commodores and Lionel Richie, there you go. There's that. I don't think this one's a gatefold. No, it's not. But what's on here? I think Sail On Still is also on here as well. I think Sail On was on here. Yep, it is. So there you go. Again, can't go too far wrong with, smoochy kissy music. I got to come up with a better way of saying that than the Commodores. Yeah. Diana Ross, again, falls into the same category. A couple of divas in this pile, is there not? I think Mariah falls into that, as does Diana Ross, as does Whitney. And yeah, anyway, Diana Ross, greatest hits. Love Hangover, The Last Time I Saw Him. Again, it's not always complete, full, total love songs, but it's, it's mood music, for lack of the better term. Let's call it mood music. The Platters. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Again, not Motown. The Great Pretender, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Only You. You got to have this album. You really should have this album. The Great Pretender by The Platters, $5. Again, worth the price of admission alone. Only You. You know that song. Here's one that as I was going through the bin, I thought, you know what, I don't know this one, and I haven't listened to it, so I will be as surprised as you, and maybe I'll listen to it after I do this video. But Do You Want to Get Funky With Me? ? By Peter Brown. There you go. A little Peter Brown, Do You Want to Get Funky With Me? I don't know, Peter. Do I? I was going to see what the inside is, but the inside is not that much. It is just lyrics. But let's see. Fantasy Love Affair. Do You Want to Get Funky With Me? ? You Should Do It. That's side one. Side two, The Singers Become a Dancer. Sure. For Your Love, Dance With Me, It's True What They Say About Love, and Without Love. So there is a lot of reference to love on there. A fantasy love affair. Do You Want to Get Funky With Me? Peter Brown. Give it a shot. What was it, $10? Yep, $10. You never know. Sometimes it's kind of cool to do a little blind buy, right? Especially if you come in and you pick up a few albums and you're getting one at half off. Sometimes you can do a little blind buy. You never know. I'm going to listen to this. Maybe I'm going to listen to it and take it home. Maybe it's going to be that good. I don't know. Peter Brown, Do You Want to Get Funky With Me? Reverend Al Green. I've shown this album before. It is still here. Sorry about the glare. It is fantastic, as is every Al Green album. This has the little Union Jack, which you can see up there, which means it's the UK pressing. I don't know if I said that earlier when I pointed out the Union Jack on Martha and the Vandellas, but that's what that is. $25 out of the Pat and Harry collection. Sorry for the glare. There is Reverend Al Green. Couple more to go because we're doing 14 this time for Valentines. Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye. Two icons of the genre of funk and soul, and there they are. On the inside we will do this one, not necessarily a gatefold, but a fold out. So there is Marvin, there is Diana Ross. You Are Everything, Love Twins, Don't Knock My Love, Pledging My Love, 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 Love. There you go, Diana and Marvin. $10. Can't go wrong. That is going to be an album for the mood. And lastly, and not leastly, I know I said I wasn't going to say it, but I did. Smokey Robinson, One Heartbeat. Smokey Robinson of Smokey Robinson and the Miracles of Smokey's Soul Town as well. Again, you just can't go wrong with Smokey Robinson on the Motown label. There you go. It's all shiny. That's because it's in its nice protective sleeve that you get one of if you buy a record over $5. Smokey Robinson, One Heartbeat. So, there you go. If you are looking for some albums for, here, let's prop him up a little bit. There we go. There's Smokey. He's better now. If you're looking for some albums for your Valentine's Day date night, if you're making supper, you need some music on in the background. If you're going to watch a movie and then do some, some snuggling, you need some mood music. So there you go. I know. Pretty gross getting information like that from me, but, I am a romantic at heart. So, yeah, and you know what? I love Snoopy. There you go. Every lover needs a lovey. So have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week leading up to Valentine's Day. Don't stress about it. Whatever you get for your significant other, they will love it. Just love each other. That's all you got to do. That is the bottom line. Just love each other. Tell the people that you love and care about that you love and care about them. Thank you again for watching. Come and see us. Buy one, get one half off. Come in, let me know if there's something you want to get ordered by Monday the 9th, before Monday the 9th. So like today being Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come in and see us today and tomorrow. Text me if you want, because I can check stuff when I'm off on the weekend as well. And we'll try and get that in as best as we can for Valentine's Day for the following Saturday. Of course, weather can sometimes mess up a shipment, or there's lots of things, but really we will definitely try. Yeah, there you go. That's it for today. Thank you so much. That was probably a little bit longer. I hope you hung in there. I should put something right at the very end to see who all watches right to the end. Maybe I'll do that next time. I'll come up with some prize that you'll only be able to enter if you watched all the way to the bitter end. You probably, if nothing else, you stopped about 30, 40 seconds ago when I started rambling. Be kind to each other, folks. Tell the people that you love and care about that you love and care about them. Have a wonderful day. Come in and see us. Take care.